Hi everyone, my name is Rachel and welcome to the French Seams. Thank you very much for joining me for this week's Friday Sews video. So I haven't done a Friday Sews for 2 weeks now. My last Friday Sews was the Halloween edition, so I'll link that down below, where I got to wear my dinosaur costume, which I really enjoyed. So I took my two little boys trick-or-treating. I was a dinosaur and they were sharks, and we had a really lovely time, and we now have so much Halloween sweets in the house. It's wonderful, but we all had a really good time, so thank you to everybody who watched that video. Then last week I also released my 10 days 10 me made sweatshirts vlog. So I came up with this concept I think during the summer, where I did a 10 days 10 dresses vlog, and then because of the very dramatic change in season, I decided to do a 10 days 10 me made sweatshirts vlog, which is really good fun. So thank you as always for all the love on that, and I'll link that vlog down below as well if you haven't had a chance to watch it. So as I say, it's been 2 weeks now since I caught you up, and it's just been very busy as always here in the French Seams household. What have I been up to? So I've cast on a new knitting project. So in my lovely project bag, this is the Incomplete Stitches cozy pouch, I've cast on a new knitting project, and that is of course socks, because I am going to be casting on my Christmas socks in this beautiful yarn at the end of November. But there's a long time to fill between now and the end of November, isn't there? So I thought I'd start a little sneaky sock project and see how I get on, see how far I get to by the end of November. And I've cast it on in this beautiful, it's an opal yarn that my lovely aunt bought me recently from a shop called Olga's Own Craft. I'll link that down below. She has beautiful stuff. And this yarn is inspired by a Van Gogh painting. So I'll pop in a picture of what it looks like here. Beautiful yarn. But for this, I decided to do something a little bit different, something I haven't done before, and that is do a contrast toe. And it's looking pretty good. So this is how I've got so far. I've done my little toe, my stitch marker, and then I'm just building up the sock here as well. Oh, I got my nails done this week too. So I'm building the sock up, and I'm going to do a contrast heel as well. And then I think I might do a contrast rib. Let me know your thoughts. I've never done the kind of two yarns before, but I'm having great fun doing it. So as always, I'm doing them 2 at a time on these circular needles, which I just love. So that is my knitting project, because you have to have a couch craft these days, don't you? You definitely do. I'm filming this ahead of time, so I'm hoping to jump onto the Sew Hayley Jane Thready Set Go series this week. Hopefully that'll be great. Do a little bit of sewing and a little bit of chatting to some lovely sewing people. So I'll link Hayley's website down below, the Thready Set Go, so you can sign up, and then every week you get a choice of what sewing socials you can join in on, which are always really good fun. Really enjoy them. I bought 2 patterns this week. So sadly, Forget Me Not patterns are closing down, and I really enjoy their patterns. I think their block really suits me. So I've made the Kelly dress, which I love, and then I also made a bag for So Fruity, and that's called the Zentha Tote. Really funky design, kind of origami pleated tote bag. Very nice pattern. So I had a quick look at their website, because sadly they are closing down, and I bought 2 patterns. If you've watched my autumn pattern recommendations vlog, I believe it's called, or something else snappy like that, I'll link that down below. I mentioned the Kersey cardigan, which is a lovely kind of waterfall cardigan. It comes in a long line and a short, so I picked up that pattern. And then I also picked up a dress, and it's called the Adeline dress, and I don't think I'd seen this before. It was purely because I was looking at the website, but it looks like a beautiful dress. It could be very appropriate for autumn winter time. And I think there's a 3/4 length sleeve version. It's got a beautiful kind of almost shawl front, a wrap, and then it's got this beautiful pleated detail at the back. I think it looks very nice, so I picked up that dress as well. So I'll definitely be on the hunt for fabric for that dress for sure. I would like to say a massive thank you before I go any further to 2 lovely people who very kindly donated to my Ko-fi account. So thank you very much. I do have the details in the description box below. There is no obligation at all. You know I love making this content, but it does make me very happy when I get a little ping to say somebody has enjoyed the content. So thank you very much. And I'd like to extend a massive thank you to Angela and Aoife. So thank you very much, ladies. I really do appreciate it. So what are my plans? My plans are huge, so grab a cuppa, because there's quite a lot to get through. So this weekend is the Knitting and Stitching in Northern Ireland. So I went last year when it was in Belfast, and that was the first time it had been in Ireland since before COVID, I think, so it's been a long time, and it was excellent. I really enjoyed it. This year it's in Northern Ireland again, but just slightly south of Belfast, and I'm very keen to go. So as you watch this, I will be there. So I'll be there Friday afternoon and then all day tomorrow, Saturday, and I'm very excited about it. And if you do see me, please come up and say hello. I would love to have the chats. We can talk about all things sewing and crafting, what we've been spotting, what we've been buying, what we've been making. I really enjoy meeting people at these shows, so I can't wait to go. I'm going to do a little perusal on Friday, see what's what, see the lovely stalls, and then go back Saturday. I don't necessarily have a list of things I'd like to get, although I do have a few little things in mind, but I just love going, seeing what's on offer, seeing the lovely vendors, seeing lovely sewing people in real life, meeting with friends, meeting new faces, all that good stuff. So I'm very much looking forward to it. So please, if you do see me, pop over and say hello. On Friday, I shall be wearing my green Fabric Godmother Aspen dress, and on Saturday I shall be wearing a new make which hasn't been made yet, so a little bit of pressure for that. But anyway, that's this weekend, the knitting stitching, and I'm very looking forward to it. So that brings me very nicely to my plans. So my most immediate plan is a dress for knitting and stitching, and for that I think I've mentioned it for a number of weeks, but I've only just got myself organised to do it. I cut it out this weekend, and it's in this beautiful viscose fabric that I got from Dries and Stoffen earlier in the year, and this is going to be a Davenport dress. I did make a Davenport dress a couple of years ago in this beautiful animal safari print viscose that I got from Beyond the Pink Door. Fabulous, I love it. So I was really keen to make another one. I'm making no alterations to the version I made the last time, apart from 2 alterations. I'm not doing an elastic waist, which is what I did the last time. I'm going to do the channel as per the pattern. And for this, I've actually cut out the Tilly and the Buttons Lotta skirt with the Davenport pockets, not the slightly more tapered skirt and the tier on the Davenport. So I have cut it out. Fingers crossed it all works. I have done the Davenport on a Lotta skirt before, where I did another mashup. I did the Lotta bodice with the Deer and Doe Magnolia sleeves, with the Lotta dress, but with the Davenport pockets. Lovely summer mashup of a dress. I absolutely love it. So I'm hoping that all works. So that is my most immediate plan. Other plans are, so I'm very lucky. In a few weeks I'm going to a very lovely sewing retreat. So I do have huge plans, but I will get quite a bit done at that sewing retreat. I'm super excited about it. So one of my first plans is a high cuff sweater, and oh, my fabric is down the ground. I'm going to lift up my fabric because that'll make more sense. Bear with. Okay, this will make it much easier now I have all my fabric in front of me. So my first plan is to make a high cuff sweater, and for this I have this lovely viscose fabric with these little Christmas mittens on it that I picked up early in the year when I was in Paris. I think I got 3 meters for €15, which is quite good. I need to have a route up in the attic to see, do I have navy ribbing? I'm hoping I do, because the high cuff sweater is quite hungry when it comes to ribbing, because it does have that beautiful waistband. So I've made a couple of high cuff sweaters before, and now I've got the sizing correct. So I think this would be lovely. So it's a sweater, but it's a woven sweater, and then it has knit cuffing neckband, cuffs, and a lovely hemband, which is kind of contoured, gives a really nice shape. But I think a little Christmas mittens would be adorable. Next up is a Monroe sweater, and this is by Tessuti Patterns, I believe. It's a free pattern. I've not made it before. Slightly boxy, slightly oversized. I think it's got a high-low hem, and then it's got a lovely turtleneck. Oh, I should mention today I'm wearing my toaster sweater in this beautiful white cable knit. Love it. So for my Monroe sweater is this beautiful black glittery fabric, which I got from Dries and Stoffen. I think this is really nice. I bought it months and months ago, and it's been put away for Christmas because I think you can tell why. So that's going to be another project. Next up is a South Bank dress, and that is by Nina Lee. I did make my first South Bank dresser, my words today, my first South Bank dress earlier in the year, I think around January or February, in a beautiful green sweatshirting fabric, and I really enjoyed it. I think it's lovely. I was on the fence with the South Bank for a long time because I do have the Tilly and Buttons Billy, which you know I love, and I have got a Billy dress. So I thought, oh, do I need a South Bank dress? Yes, I did, and now I love it, and I'm going to make another one. Again, fabric from Dries and Stoffen, and which direction is it? This way, and it's this beautiful kind of ferrule. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. So it's got little Christmas trees and little flowers. I think it's absolutely lovely. It's quite thin. I think this is just it's a loop back French terry, quite thin, but I think as a little Christmas sweater dress, I think this would be really nice. So I think for those 3, they'll be quite speedy. I just need to do an awful lot of cutting out, So I'm hoping to get those done relatively quickly. What else do I want to do? I want to make a sleigh ride shawl, and I think I mentioned this a few weeks ago. It's another free pattern, and it is made by mermaids. Passions for Pirate, Made by Mermaids, I think. I'll pop it here. And it is going to be in this beautiful pinky purpley coating fabric that I got recently from Thread Quarters. So I think her sale still could be going on. I'll link that down below. Beautiful coating fabric, absolutely gorgeous. And there's quite a lot here, but it's a beautiful lined kind of gathered crossover shawl thing. I think it would be absolutely gorgeous for winter, for those chilly days. And I think this would be beautiful. I'm hoping this won't take long to cut out or sew either. So that's my sleigh ride shawl. Did I mention earlier about my Kersey cardigan? So the one I just bought from Forget Me Not Patterns. And for that, some beautiful fabric from Rainbow Fabrics has just arrived. So I am a brand ambassador for Rainbow Fabrics. So if you use my code Rachel !VIP, that gives you 20% off site-wide, and that is an affiliate link. Thank you very much. But they recently had a boucle drop. And I picked up this. Can you tell why? I mean, how perfect is it? It is so on brand. So it's this beautiful green and kind of pinky lilac colour boucle. When I first saw this, I wanted to make a kind of a coatigan cardigan thing, but with that waterfall front of the Kersey cardigan, I was slightly concerned because I didn't know what the reverse of this looked like. However, I needn't be concerned because it's pretty much identical, both sides, front and back. So I think this will make a really cute waterfall cardigan. I'll have to see with the construction if there's a facing or if there's a lapel or something, but future Rachel will figure all that out. I'm absolutely sure. So this is going to be my Kersey cardigan. I think it'll make a beautiful kind of car coat or an extra layer when you're a bit chilly, but I think this fabric is just beautiful. It's so nice. I couldn't resist it when I saw this colourway. So they do have some beautiful bouquets, so I would encourage you to take a look. I will link them all down below. So that's my Kersey. Another thing I got cut out this weekend, and it did take a little bit of time to cut out, but I know it's going to be worth it, and that is a new handbag. So if you cast your minds back, did I mention it a few weeks ago? My lovely friend Orla, she is Sewa over on Instagram. I'll link her down below. She is Orla of Sewing Space Station fame and Scotty Convertible Bag fame. Fabulous bag maker and a lovely lady. So she has recently set up a fabric shop online, and she sells bag making specific stuff like faux leather and bonded nylon, which I hadn't used before, but I am now a convert. So I picked up this beautiful faux leather in a kind of brown, and then I also picked up a kind of a pinky colour for the lining. And I spent a long time cutting it out, and it is all here. So you can see here I've got my faux leather, and then this is my bonded nylon here, and then I've also cut out my stabilizer. So this is all for my Takisha bag, and I can't wait to get started. I've got this beautiful zipper and these beautiful rose gold hardware, which I picked up from the little sewing tree as well. So I think this is going to look really nice as a bag, and I love making these kind of bags. So in Ireland, the shipping is all sorted for Sewa website. I'll link it down below. For other countries, she is working on it, but just send her a little DM and hopefully she'll be able to sort you out in the meantime. But it's so great to have this fabric available now in Ireland. I'm just delighted, and it's just fabulous. And she has wonderful names. This one is called Brown Bread. So cannot wait to get started on that. So what other plans? I think I have vague kind of Christmas plans. So these are all kind of November-y, end of November, start December plans. My Christmas plans are, I would like to make a Christmas dress, and I'd like to make the Kayo dress. It's a new pattern from Named Clothing, so I'll pop in a picture here. Hoping to find fabric for that at the Knit and Stitch. Similarly, I always make either Christmas jumpers or Christmas pyjamas for myself, my husband and my two little boys. Last year I did jumpers instead of pyjamas. I did the Zoe sweatshirt, and I did that as a collaboration with the lovely Becky from Notes from a Sewing Room. I'll link that down below. Beautiful detail, kind of V detail on a sweatshirt, really nice, and a beautiful dinosaur fabric that was very kindly gifted to me by a lovely lady. Thank you. So I might do jumpers or I might do pyjamas. I'm not quite sure, but I'm hoping again to get some nice fabric at Knit and Stitch. I'm also keen to pick up the new Little Rosy Cheeks pyjama pattern. I think it's called the Cado. It's for woven pyjama bottoms for kids, but with cuffing in the cuff. I think that'd be really useful. I found some nice cotton fabric, so watch this space. I really want to make a Christmas tree skirt. I've been saying it for so many years, and now of course we're in November. It is a gift in November, so my entry into the vlogger tour is coming out on Tuesday, so keep an eye on that. If you're not subscribed, click that subscribe button. You'll be notified when it gets put out. But I have seen so far a number of people talk about Christmas tree skirts, and I've always been keen to make one, so again, watch this space for my Christmas tree skirt. I have so many plans, so many plans. I'm also going to be starting on my Christmas socks. So if you would like to join my little group over on Instagram about our Christmas cast on, send me a message over on Instagram and I will happily add you to that group. The last thing, I'm kind of toying with the idea of Carolyn pajamas, and I do have this lovely fabric. So I wanted to make Carolyn pajamas for Christmas, but I'm thinking I can do this as a toile in this beautiful tulip pink fabric. So the Carolyn pajamas are a woven pajama pattern. You can do it with piping, all that detail. They're woven. They've got, I'll do them in the long trousers. I might do the short sleeve, lovely kind of shirt, but I think I would like to toile them in that fabric because I'm not fully sure of the fit, but I think they look beautiful. So that is the end of my plans. So how long do I have? Just under 2 months. I'm not quite sure what I'm thinking. I have all these lovely plans and I'm not sure if time to do them, but I will give it my best effort. So I think I shall leave it there for now. Thank you very, very much for watching. If you have any questions or comments about anything I've spoken about, all my lofty, lofty plans for the future, please let me know. If you'd like any further detail, as always, please let me know. I hope you're having a lovely week, a lovely weekend. If you spot me this weekend, please come and say hello. I hope you're getting time for some lovely, lovely crafting, and I will catch you all again very soon in another video. Take care, everyone. Bye.